Hey guys, it's Dr. Kaviki Miller from Sparrow Family Medicine. So I'm here to talk about another heart healthy topic, cholesterol. Cholesterol has to do with the fat levels in our blood. That matters because fat can build up on the walls of the arteries of the heart, and that causes blockages. And we call those blockages heart attacks. And heart attacks damage the muscle of the heart and therefore the heart function, right? So we want to know what our cholesterol is so that we can make sure to keep it low and lower our risk of having a heart attack in the future. Well, how do we know what our cholesterol is? Well, I'm sad to say that I can't look at you and tell you what your cholesterol numbers are. You have to actually go get a blood test. No matter how healthy you eat, you still need to do the blood test because cholesterol levels are determined by two things. The first one is lifestyle, and we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. But the second part of it is genetics. And so we don't know what your numbers are without you going and getting a test done. So go and get your blood test done, and then let's talk about what we want those numbers to look like and what those numbers mean. So the first number that you're going to see is something called a total cholesterol. So this has to do with all of your different kinds of fats in the blood together and what those numbers look like. And the goal for that is under 200. The closer we can get you to 150 is ideal, but that is not as important as some of the numbers that we'll talk about coming up. Triglycerides is another name that you might see, and that has to do with the very first fats that are formed in our bloodstream as the body absorbs fat from the GI tract into the bloodstream. And the goal for those are under 150. They're also very influenced by the sugars in your diet and the refined foods and carbs in your diet. So it's not just determined by your fat intake, which is sort of interesting, but the most important numbers that you're going to want to look at are your HDL and your LDL numbers. So HDL is the good cholesterol. You want to think H for high. So you want that to be as high as possible. Between 40 and 70 is normal. Anything above 70 is considered protective against heart disease. But any increase that you can get in that is going to help to protect you against heart disease because HDL acts like Pac-Man. It eats up the bad cholesterol off the walls of the arteries of the heart and in the bloodstream and packages it up and takes it to the liver so that it can be cleared. LDL is the bad cholesterol. You want to think L for low, and you want that to be under 100, which we can do, but we have to be really intentional about diet and lifestyle. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the next video. One other number that you sometimes might see there is VLDL. That's another form of the LDL or bad cholesterol. And so once again, we want to keep that as low as possible. So L for low, H for high. So I look forward to talking with you in the next video about how to get those numbers where we want them to be.